Welcome back to Metroid Zero Mission. Alright, so we've got everything. Now it's time to fight the final boss. But we gotta get to him first, so let us once again trek through the ship. After we trek through the ruins. So as a bit of an addendum to the last video, I finally remembered another Metroidvania game I played. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Can't believe I forgot that one.
Oh yeah.
And that is actually one I did 100%, but exactly one time, and then anytime I wanted to replay the game, I just used that file.
God, I wish I had friends that were willing to play Kirby and the Amazing Mirror with me.
Yeah, that is like conceptually the coolest co-op, because it's just, alright, you get to a certain point, now you can just go anywhere. You can all just play different worlds at the same time if you want. And that's real cool, but I never got to experience that.
Yeah, I love the idea of a co-op Metroidvania where everybody just shares their experience. Like in Bastion's playing Symphony of the Night, you just get a power-up in a completely different part of the castle because somebody else got that power-up. Which isn't exactly how Amazing Mirror works, but it's how it's what I would want from a co-op Metroidvania that's not Kirby.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, on the surprisingly short list of Metroidvanias, I just realized in between weeks, oh yeah, I played that one, I enjoyed it. I like that one.
Does The Witness count as a Metroidvania?
I don't know, and I haven't played it anyway, so...
I have. When it came out, a lot of people compared it to Metroidvania because it's based around similar things of going places, but instead of getting power-ups, you just find a puzzle in a location that allows you to make sense of how to solve it. And then you go, oh, this means I can solve that other puzzle that I saw, 7 hours ago.
That is actually very cool. And you know what? I'm gonna say that counts as a Metroidvania. It's a very cool divergence of the usual formula, which... side tangent, but that's totally fine. You don't need to make a subgenre for everything. We don't need cozy Metroidvanias, it's fine. Things can just do different things in genre.
Well, we'd also need more than one instance of what The Witness does before we can call it a genre.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm just getting ahead of the discourse.
We'll get mad about, over-genreification, whatever they're calling it, but I feel like if they just said trend instead of genre, there'd be a lot less people getting mad.
Alright, let's take a quick refill here. No, we're not saving, we're partway through, it's fine. I just needed the super missiles back. I'm not gonna have a round number by the end of this, and I mean, power bombs aren't gonna be a round number anyway, but regardless. I want to have a pristine inventory before I go lowering it again. Alright, so all the way over here... as it turns out, the final boss is just behind that door all along, which feels weird, because this is such an innocuous door to me. But hidden away in the back rooms of the space pirate mothership. I really love this intro. Just this rusty squeak as Mecha Ridley crawls in. Alright, so the ever-vain Ridley left a robotic version of himself behind, just for shits and giggles. So, as I mentioned before, the final boss actually gets more powerful if you have the full collection of items, so it does more damage, has more health, but that's fine, because I have all the items, therefore I'm equipped to fight a tougher guy. You're gonna want to stick to the back for a lot of this, because a lot of the attacks are just kind of hard to hit. Hard to dodge. Especially that claw attack. That one is just... if you're standing in the center, he's gonna get ya. You're also gonna kinda wanna flip between the fireballs like this. Again, somersaulting can be a little bit awkward at times, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to hang in the correct location to actually avoid them. And it's basically the same pattern every time. Now he's got lasers though, so things get a little more complicated. So let's switch to super missiles.
I love the way he hunches down.
Mm-hmm. It's adorable.
Get away from me, Sammy. You're starting to scare me.
His lasers are very predictable, and the missiles are a little tricky in the way they move, but like, if you can head them off quickly like this, then they're not a problem. So yeah, second phase is honestly kind of easier than the first. You have the same room to move around, but like, I just find the fireballs tougher. Oh, there he goes. When were you perfect, Mecha Ridley? Oh. Alright, I'm going to kill you out of spite now. I failed, but I'm going to blow up the ship. If Ridley can't survive, then no one can! And the rest of the space pirates are just like, I'm sorry, what? So you're gonna do what now? Damn it, I hate being so single-minded that I'm just going to stand here and try to stop Samus instead of actually trying to escape with my life.
In 5 minutes, the microphone drops, and then I'll scream into it as loud as I can! There'll be no survivors, Sammy!
The time you get to escape also varies, depending on your difficulty. I believe... Okay, Future Me is gonna have to correct this, but I want to say it's 4 minutes in hard mode? I'm pretty sure it's not 3 minutes, because that would be slightly too little time. But yeah, you do get less time to work with when you unlock hard mode and can access that. But otherwise, it is pretty much just you're going through this very long area, and this is why this area is so long and does stuff like this. It's to just slow you down in the end. That way you have less of a chance to escape.
I wish that if you picked like a super easy difficulty, it gave you like 2 hours to escape or something.
Yeah, the easy time limit isn't quite that lenient. But it is more than enough time, considering what I'll end up with here.
This is just mean.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Keep going, Gonk Droid.
I'm just thinking of that one mission in Saints Row 4 where when the defense part starts, King's just like, okay, you gotta last 45 minutes. He's just, excuse me? And then they find a way to get that lower, but I just like the idea of just playing with timers to make the player go, what the fuck?
Oh, looks like we have the final guards over here. So yeah, now we do actually have to fight the elite space pirates now, and they are pretty tough. But nothing a few missiles and some charge beams won't take care of. And once you get one down, then the other one is pretty easy. And lo and behold, we can steal one of their ships and kill the guy who could have just escaped, but no, he decided to try and kill Samus first, which was a terrible mistake on his part.
He was going back to get
I do love this guy, like, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna stop her! Oh, end it! Oh, fuck!
Is that scripted, or is that just an accident?
That is scripted, yeah.
Hell yeah. I thought maybe it was just like the enemy AI doing silly things.
Alright, mission accomplished. Different ship this time, but we did it. Alright, and this time, we won't be shot down after the final boss and the escape sequence. So, these are the real credits. It's over. That's Metroid Zero mission. I feel like I've said everything I'm going to. I had an okay time with this, but it's not my favorite Metroid map. And I do kind of like that they managed to add the later in the series abilities to Zero Mission. That's kind of neat. But it also just means a little more backtracking than you'd get otherwise. Which is gonna happen in a Metroidvania, but still feels kinda weird. But also, I did manage to sequence break. And, you know, annoying to pull off, but cool that I got super missiles early.
I feel like if Super Metroid feels like too long and sort of directionless for you to have fun playing it, this would be a good Metroidvania to play.
Yeah, it gives you a bit more direction. I feel like people exaggerate how much it holds your hand, because it's like, oh no, the Chozo statues tell you where to go. When in reality, they give you a general direction. They don't tell you where to go. You figure that out yourself. But yeah, it does have some good training wheels. I just feel like it's not quite as fulfilling as other Metroid games, nor does it quite have my favorite atmosphere, but it is also a remake of the first game, which had an okay atmosphere for an NES game, but they made games on later consoles, and their direction continued to be very good in those as well, so Zero Mission, I think, did a pretty good job of improving on that, but, you know, there's only so much they can do. Also, this is kind of a cute outro here. This is a little Samus drawing of her and her dad's.
Love the Chozo, right?
Alright, and like in all Metroid games, depending on your completion time and your completion percentage, Samus will take off a different amount of armor, and also you'll get a different ending picture. Future me will put in all of the other pictures that you can get, probably after this, but this is the one I got. 2 hours and 100%. So that's it for Metroid Zero Mission, but you do get a few unlocks for beating the game, including... It'll probably give me like a gallery first, I'm sure. Yeah, gallery, and then original Metroid. So if you just want to play the original game, you can do that on the Game Boy Advance too. That's actually pretty cool. I like that they included that.
God, NES games are tiny. I do like it when games are unlockable in other games.
But yeah, that's just neat. If you want the comparison to the very original, then there you go. You can play it right there. But with that is it for Metroid Zero Mission. So I guess that's just about it. I've said everything I want to say, so unless you've got any other final thoughts?
I like to think they put the original Metroid in so everybody complaining about how that one was better would have a chance to be proven wrong. That's my final thought.
Alright, and with that, that's that mission accomplished, so we'll see you next time. Probably not with the next Metroid game. We'll be waiting a little bit on that one, but for now, I've been Fefner.
I've been Loka.
And we'll see you next time for whatever it is we do next.